Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we will take a look at the solution for the question on page 202 from this exercise book. Okay, here is the question. It asks you to write a main program, okay, to display the country name based on the code given by the user. So if the user entered, for example, the code is M, then we will display Malaysia, okay. Or if the code entered by the user is S, then we will display Singapore, okay. And if code enter is I, then we will display Indonesia, okay. If otherwise, if the user entered codes other than M, S, or I, we will display invalid code entered, okay. So here is the screen analysis. Okay, you can see here. Okay, this is what the user is expected to see. Okay, so when we what we call execute this program, first enter a code from the above menu. So assuming you have the menu displayed, okay, and then you are expecting the user to enter either M, S, or I. So say that the user entered M. Okay, M is for Malaysia. Okay, then you will display. Okay, I mean the programmer lah. Okay, the programmer through the program will display Malaysia. Okay, since M is for Malaysia. Next one, this is user screen analysis, the first one, number one, okay. You may also have another display, okay, if the user entered the value as. So you should expect to see Singapore being displayed, okay, as the output. Okay, next, this is screen 2, okay. Next, you may also have the case where the user might enter the code I, okay, which indicates Indonesia, okay. This is analysis 3, case 3. You may also have, okay, invalid code, okay, if the user entered the codes other than these three. Okay, for example, the user entered K, then you will display invalid code entered. So you see, this kind of operation requires a selection control structure, because the computer will select, okay, based on the code, based on the constraint or the condition given, okay. So next one, let us what we call gather the requirement for these tasks, okay. So let's just take a look at one case, okay, where you have here the value M, and then you will need to display Malaysia, right? Okay, so take a look at this one. Oh, I have here display Singapore. I forgot to animate this, okay. I forgot to animate this. Alright, first thing first. So take a look at this one. From here to here, this will be your output. Basically, this is your output. You will display whatever it is, okay, from here to here, okay. And this one is your input. You will need, okay, to get one input value from the user, and you will need a location to store the value. And this one is simply through the output statement, okay, depending on the value here, okay. All right, so now let us identify the input statement. So you have here, okay, you will output the statement, display, enter a code from the above menu, right. Next one, you will take the value, okay, and then store into one location. So this requires a location. This one requires a location. So the next statement would be input. Now I'm using the variable name code. The location name is code. Okay, so this one is a code. Okay, so now I have one variable name here. Check it here. Okay, the name is code. So what will be the sample value? Sample value is M, S, I, K, right? So only one value will be stored into this location. So by looking at the sample value here, let's say M. So you might say that the appropriate data type will be. So what is the appropriate data type? Okay, of course, it will be char. Why is it char? Because we want to store only one character. Okay, only one character. Okay, M, S, I, one character. Okay, can be stored into this location. So the data type will be char. Okay, next one. So next one is you need to process based on the value given by the user here. So the process is, take a look at this one. The process is, okay, selection control structure using the if statement. Okay, now if sekiranya what? Okay, if, okay, the code here, if the code, the location here, okay, has the value M, meaning M is given by the user, right? If code is equal to M, then you want to display Malaysian, okay? Otherwise, okay? Okay, else if code is equal to us, you want to display Singapore, okay? Else, if code is I, you want to display Indonesia. Otherwise, okay, if none is if none of the input matches the previous values, then you want to display invalid code entered. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, next one. So this is the full statement. Okay, C++ statement that complies to the pseudocode we have provided earlier. Okay, so we have here the menu. Okay, you want to display the menu first so that the user knows what information or data is required for the user to enter. Okay, so display the menu. Okay, next one, you need to declare a variable. Okay, so just now we use code, right? Okay, next one. So next one is the input. You want to get the input from the user. Okay, then you compare if the code entered by the user is equal to M, then you want to directly output or display Malaysia. Okay, as for Singapore, I for Indonesia. So if none matches, then display invalid code entered. Okay, so let's take a look at the possible cases. Okay, so if the user entered M, then you want to display Malaysia. Okay, this one M is for Malaysia. Next one S is for Singapore. Okay, next I is for Indonesia. And if the user entered other than these three values, then you want to display invalid code entered. Okay, simple, right? Okay, that's all. Thanks for watching.